Now we want to do the hem. For the hem, you want to turn the coat inside out and simply put the side seams together. Go all the way to the front, and this is where it's a bit interesting, because at the front you go 1 centimeter seam allowance, and then all of a sudden where you have the facing you go up really steep and you do a 4 centimeter seam allowance. And that will give you a really beautiful hem. That's quite easy to do. Do the same on the other side. I line up with a needle plate. That's about 4 centimeters on my sewing machine, but you could put a sticker there or something. So all the way across. And when you get to the other end, you come back up quite steeply. You could go even steeper than this. This is just how I always do it. Get into habits. Backwards and forwards at the end. And there you go. Now you want to trim that. And you can turn your coat through the gap you left in the side seam. It's a bit hard to get it all out. Give it a good shake. And now when you are getting out all your corners here, once you've done that, and you need to check as well that the front lengths are the same, you just push in that hem and look, it's perfect. The lining will just be 1 centimeter above the edge of the coat. Now I'm putting some pins in, 3 centimeter height. We've got 1 centimeter seam allowance, haven't we? And we've got 3 centimeters for the hem. So you can measure it, but I tend to just do it with my eyesight. It's fine. And check that it's all the right length, that everything lines up. Now you need to turn it back inside out, at least in the hem area, and thread yourself a needle up, put a knot in the end, and we're going to do a little slip stitch all the way along. You grab a little bit of fabric from your actual hem and a tiny little bit from the coat, and you do that going all the way across to the other side. Leave it a little bit loose as well. Don't make this too tight, because you don't want the stitching to be seen from the outside at all. And that's really nice. Turn it back inside out. Remove your pins, and you've done your hem as well. So all we need to do now is we need to finish off our lining. So you put a few pins in and just simply sew across that. Normally these are in the sleeve, but for children's wear the sleeve is so small it would have been so difficult, so I tend to leave that gap there. Give it a really jolly good press. And then you press the front as well, nice and flat, so it's ready for buttonholing. And the sleeve too. And it's such a nice feeling when you get to the end and you've done it and you can just iron it and go, oh, that's really nice.